Okay, but I'm saying, okay, so someone seriously a person of authority in my field or in the topic that I was talking about, potentially. I don't know who is, but
Yeah.
yeah, potentially. But if I feel that if they were a person of authority like that and had a big, like not necessarily celebrity, but, influencer, like a micro influencer in that field, known, respected, and they put something on my page, I don't necessarily think they would go on there in a bad way. They would go in there viewing their opinion and maybe trying to correct me or say, hey, I think you're wrong here. I don't believe that someone like that, unless that's how they get their followings and what they do. Most of the time, professional type people aren't going to go out there. Like winners don't bring down winners. Do you know what I mean? You're only ever going to get criticized by people doing less than you. So that's something I always think of. You're only going to get criticized by people doing less than you. So I look at that whenever I get those comments on my page or pages, I don't look at them and go, okay, this is an opinion of someone I need to value. Like they're not even touching the sides of what I'm trying to achieve in life. They're not even touching this. They're not even in the space of where I'm at today, let alone where I'm going to be in the next 1, 2, 5 years.
So yeah, like what I was trying to get at is, it sounds like you're just lowering the person on a scale, like in the
Perhaps,
sense
yeah.
of like they don't matter.
Yeah.
Like in a fuck you, keep watching from the sidelines.
Yeah, that's. I think for me,
Yeah.
that helps. Absolutely. Fuck you. That's a great way to look at it. Fuck you. Keep watching from the sidelines. And I can't remember who it was. It was someone. It was one of the famous. I think it was a soccer player. It could have been like a Ronaldo or someone like that. And they're like, how do you deal with all the boos and all the abuse from the crowd and all that sort of stuff? And it's like, well, they've come to pay money to watch me play. They're sitting in the sidelines. I'm on the field. So yeah, I do feel a high level of connection to that personally. You're sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah. What about, I heard a comedian actually say this once, and I thought it was very cool. And he goes, people who critique, he goes, you should only be allowed to critique if you've tried. He goes, because people who have tried and they've willingly gone and put something out there won't critique as hard.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like in the sense of there's a level of empathy because they know what it's like to try,
Yeah.
and they know what it's like to try and get shut down.
Yeah, I mean, and comedy would be a massive one for that. Like, think about how hard it would be to do stand-up.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And get up there, and you are there for a purpose to try and make people laugh.
You have to talk.
And you have to talk in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
And you have to be funny. And then if you get up there and you talk and you're not funny, when people are expecting you to be funny. So there's already a level of, I'm not laughing at this. Before you even get up there.
100%.
Before you even get up there, people are not laughing. You need to make them laugh.
Yeah.
And it's like when you get to that level and you do it and you fall on your face and then you go, you're not going to get up there and boo the next comedy act that you see. You go,
No, because you're going to like,
that was tough.
I get it. Yeah.
That was tough.
I've been there, and that is I guess you can relate to the position a little bit more.
And this is where, again, if you go and say, click on a profile and you see that person, they're coming to criticize you about whatever you're talking about. They've probably got posts of their dog, of the footpath, or maybe no posts.
Posts of the footpath.
Yeah, just stupid photos. I don't know. And they're coming and trying to tell you about how to run a business or how to advertise or what their interpretation of good, bad, ugly, funny is. So and something I've said this many times before, and I instilled it in my kids, and I say it at events. It's like, I don't like your blue hair. If someone says to me, I don't like your blue hair, and I don't have blue hair, why would that upset me? I know it's a truth of mine that I don't have blue hair. So when someone says something that's untrue, why am I going to be upset over that? Now, if someone comes in and says, hey, you're ugly, your beard is patchy. And yeah, okay, cool. It's got a bit of white here, and hey, ugly. Maybe I am ugly to you, but I'm not ugly to other people. I know I'm not ugly. So why would I let something like that upset me? It really comes down to your, what's the word? It's like not your self-awareness, but just having that level of consciousness to go, I know I'm not this thing that you're saying I am. So I'm not going to let that upset me.
Yeah, it's also, I think it becomes like it makes you question that thing.
Yeah, it could.
Because it's like, hey, you're dumb. And then if you hear that over and over, you'd be like, And am
Oh,
I?
without a doubt. I think
Like,
about
am I?
think
Like,
about
if
how
they-
you could influence a child from a young age if you just called them dumb every fucking day of their life. Hey, dummy. Like imagine you do that to your own kid. You walk in, you're dumb. Don't talk to me, you're dumb. That kid's going to grow up and he's going to think he's dumb.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, if you buy into it and you listen to the noise, yes. I once put a post up and I
How do
was
you- so-
explaining something in construction and I had another director of another building company who was much bigger than me, like a decent organization, send me a DM and no, it was a DM. He didn't put it in the comments, but he sent me a DM and corrected me. He goes, actually, it's called this, not that. And I'm like, yeah, cool, man. Tomato, tomato. Like, did you get the video? Would people understand what I'm talking about? Like, yes. Then like, shut the fuck up. Like, but he didn't do it in a way to sort of help me because I know him. He wasn't doing it in a way saying, oh, just, hey, dude, just letting you know this is what it's called. It's like, no, it was almost a way to pump his own chest up and say, I'm smarter than you.
But
And
he
doesn't create any content.
DM'd you, not
DM'd, yes.
not publicly.
Yeah. He sent it as a DM.
Yeah.
So people can sometimes bring you down in that way too. Again, going through that, like it was, I think he did it, responded to a story. I think that's where it was. So it wasn't a specific, I'm going to go into the chat area. But yeah, so I often look at that as well. I know in my own truth, I have my own self-esteem about myself and what I'm about and what I do, that outside noise, I don't listen to it.
So, okay.
But I think, I also try and have that level of, if someone's going to say something that's not in agreement to what I'm saying, I often respond in a respectful way. Say, hey, dude, I appreciate you having the conversation. This is why. Like again, years ago, I put up a post about owner-builder homes and how we should get rid of them and all that sort of stuff. And then someone saying, like he goes, no, some people can't afford to employ a builder and this is the only option available to them and they still want to build their home and this and this and this and they go through it. And I'm like, hey, I totally get that. I appreciate that things are expensive, but you're not taking into consideration X, Y, Z because this is going to be so much more expensive for you. There's a house 4 doors down from where I live. They've been building it for 4 years, owner builder. Now you take into consideration the time, loan repayments, price escalations in that period, the fact that you're renting probably somewhere else, you're not in your home, the stress, the quality is not going to be there as if you used a proper builder. Like a whole range of things come up.
So do you reckon it's cheaper for a builder to build?
Oh, if you get the right builder, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Cheaper?
Absolutely. You'll get it done properly. Like people don't understand how much compliance there is in construction. Like it's mental. And you don't know what you don't know. How are you to know you have to get this certificate before you do that stage? Or you have to put this much concrete over this area to do this. You got to get this test. Like they just don't know it. And they're not supposed to because they're not in the profession. And then add the time to that. Add the fact that all the trades are going to charge a premium. As soon as they see owner builder, it's not going to be like my plumber is going to give me a very different price to an owner builder person, because he's going to say to me, if he submits a price for $100,000 to do the home and I know it's a $40,000 job, I'm like, oi, what the fuck are you doing? Fix this and send me your proper price. He would never do that in the first place, but at least I know what things cost to build. Whereas he's going to go to that owner builder and say, oh yeah, here's my plumbing price. It's $100,000. They're not going to know any better. They're like, oh, okay, sign it off. So this money that you think you're saving, you're actually not. You're paying a premium for trade. You're probably paying a premium for materials too, because I get better rates than what you do. You're going to take longer. You're probably going to fuck up along the way that are going to cost you time and money. And the fact that we'll get it done in a period of 6 to 12 months, it's going to take you 3 to 4 years, or 2 to 4 years. So overall, yes, I strongly believe that it'll be detrimental to you in the long run and it'll cost you more money. And most people I speak to that have done owner builder projects, most of them vow they'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, and also most of these people, I'd say 90%, have a full-time job. So they're trying to do what I do as a profession every single day, have a full-time job and do that on the side. Like it's never going to work the way they think it is. They think they're saving money, but in the long run, the builder's generally not charging that much on top of labor and materials to affect or to be that detrimental in price. Bit sideways there, but I've spoken about that topic in the past, and you can see like I've got some passion behind it, but people don't agree with that point of view. They will still now probably listen to this clip and go, no, you're wrong, you're this, you're this, you're this. I'm like, man, I've got 25 years of experience that says otherwise, but please tell me, Mr. Butcher, how you build your house better than me or another builder.
Yeah, so when I used to work in real estate, I used to tell people, like, if an agent charges you, they'll be like, "Oh, you're going to charge 20 grand
Yeah.
to sell this home?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but like 20 grand is one question in a negotiation."
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And you can take that gamble yourself, and you might make a mistake and lose 100 grand.
Yeah.
Because it's all minute. Whereas I see with building, it's kind of longer. There's no quick. What are you going to do with the timber right now?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
You can
right.
work out stuff as you go. Like, you got time to think about it.
Yeah.
Whereas in real estate, it's all in the moment.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? At an auction goes for minutes.
Yeah. In and
Do you
out.
know what I mean? Yeah. So I used to use that to that. I used to be like, man, it's a no-brainer. Like, we do this day in, day out. You make one mistake, it costs you 100K.
Yeah.
Pay the 20.
Move on.
Make sure that you've got someone that has been in the space.
Yeah, without a doubt.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.